the grubs though. Yeah. Zay press start, every play well timed. No lag in the game when the frames align. Nintendo state of mind, built to outshine. Leave opponents on mute like a cartridge decline. Eric stack bricks, got the format tight. Blueprint so strong, every block take flight. No piece out of place, every line been right. Tried to box them in, but the build too bright. Low cal nerds, yeah the stage been set. No respawns left, just the path of the check. Every frame well drawn, every cut well kept. A show too sharp for the script to forget. Yeah. 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 Glamy in the realm where the stars don't fade. Every jewel well set, every light cascade. Final Fantasy script, every move been made. But the sword's still drawn if the threats don't wave. Glitz in the aura, but the shine got weight. A saga too vast for the past to erase. Every summon well called, every spell well laced. No glamour in the throne if the steps misplaced. Try to mirror the glow, but the cut ain't clean. A kingdom don't rise if the roots ain't seen. No lord too grand if the arc feel lean. Only legends get told when the quests run deep. Yeah, Pharaoh laid traps, now the board locked tight. Ain't a duel that he lost when the draw feel right. No chains left loose, every link been spliced. Send a show to the shadows, now they out of sight. Heart in the cards, let the life points drain. Every round well played, every move well laid. No monster stays strong when the field gets claimed. No throne stays firm when the king got game. A network too vast for a weak campaign. No seat stays safe when the board get changed. Every name well etched in the halls of fame. No legend gets told if the past ain't framed. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello everybody, welcome to Low Count Nerds. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a great day today. We've got a super fun show planned for you guys. We first finally have Miss Glamy back with us. She's going to be giving us all the inside scoop of what's been going on down over at Fat Camp. Then we are going to be doing another segment with Eric today because you guys seem to really love his little nerdy news segment. We tried to do a little revamp for you guys. We're going to add some stuff, take out some stuff. We'll see what you guys are rocking with. We're going to get into a new segment today. We're going to try doing some nerdy drama. We're going to see what you guys like in the nerdy drama segment. We'll see if we take that forward. And then we're going to package everything up with a nice little punishment for Glamy at the end. So I'm going to bring in the gang and we'll get started for you. Hello, Miss Glamy. How are you doing today?
Hi.
I think Eric is in the bathroom at the moment. Yes.
I have no idea.
He'll be right back.
He was there. He's doing Eric stuff.
Yeah, usual Eric things, you know. So how have you been at Fat Camp? How's your day been going? Your day's been going?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Everything's like so much fun. It's nice to see everybody in person. We've been just kind of getting things ready for shows and stuff, and it's really cool. And we all got to hang out and everything. Yeah.
Are you also, so out of all the things that you've done at Fat Camp so far, what has been the most fun?
There's been a lot of fun things, but to be honest, my favorite thing is getting ready for my wedding. And then yesterday I was able to go to the place to go get the marriage license and get that set up. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. Absolutely. I'm so excited. I've been waiting to marry this man forever. So this is like huge for me.
So I know that you gave us a little bit of details on your wedding yesterday. When is the wedding actually happening? I heard last day of Fat Camp?
Where did you hear that though?
I think I just saw it written somewhere.
I just don't want to be telling things that I'm not supposed to.
I think you can say what day your wedding is going to be. I don't think that's like...
I don't know. It's whatever. Like, when it gets closer, when it gets announced, I'll say it then.
Okay. We want the inside scoop, though. You got to give the nerds.
Yeah. There's inside, and then there's, like, punishment.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome back, Eric. How are you doing today?
Sorry about that. I was helping my grandfather getting repairs and all.
No worries.
That's fair. It's all good.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm doing fine.
We're glad.
So this morning, my my guy ended up finding a snake in the water, which I put the picture in the main Discord.
Did
So
anyone
that was
catch the
interesting.
snake?
No, I didn't. He was off like over by the he was over by the where we're staying, and he saw it in the water, and he took a picture and he sent it to me, and I'm like, okay. I was like, girl.
That's
I'm a
funny.
snake. I'm a snake.
Considering they were just swimming in that water yesterday, can we only imagine
That's
what
what I'm
other things are
saying.
in there?
That's what I'm saying. I've seen minnows and things like that in there. I've seen like the minnows and stuff, but first time seeing a snake. I've heard that sightings could happen, but I never actually saw it, the sights of said site.
So, Eric, how have you been watching? I know you've been watching all the Fat Camp stuff. We were in VC a little bit, all of us and nerds watching it together. What have you been most excited about at Fat Camp so far?
I just thought it was funny when both Boogie, Wing, Mike, and Zeta were underwater, and Keem was doing duck hunt, and he brought out the paint gun, and I was like, oh, this is duck hunt. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you're just gonna catch ducks like the NES game.
Yeah, we also saw that Glamy took a paintball yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
So how does that feel?
was-
How's the welt on your back doing?
It hurts. It hurts. It's so painful. I was so curious. I just wanted to know. I was like, okay, Loki just wanted to do it just to say that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that just happened. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get shot with people. And I was like really nervous too because I knew it was going to hurt. I didn't know to what extent it would hurt. And I was just kind of like, all right, let's just give it a go. It's attention. Why the fuck not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was in Glamy fashion. I'm just like, let's do it. And then I regretted it.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming you've never been hit with a paintball before because you were wearing no clothes. It happened at close range, and you were just like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And I'm like watching this. I'm like, "Dude, she's gonna have the biggest welt on her back tomorrow after this." There's
It
no
was
way.
so stupid. It was so stupid, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. We're at back camp. We're gonna do stupid shit, right? And it was iconic, right? Like, how many people can say you could get fired?
Next time, do it on our stream, Glamy. Next time, do it on Nerds. Save it for Nerds.
Yeah.
It was just fucking stupid.
It was good though. Everyone loved it. So
I
Shell
think I
Shock
should
80.
have-
We have Shell Shock 84 with the 199 who said, Glamy, when is the
Shell
wedding live stream? Congrats. And we did have Xylee confirm in the
Thank
chat
you.
that Keem has already said what day it was on live stream.
Okay, thank you, Xylee. So yeah, so it's the last day.
Or he said it in VC, so he definitely already said it. Because I was like, I heard him
Okay.
say it somewhere too. I just couldn't remember.
Okay, as long as it's out there, because I don't want to be like saying things I'm not supposed to. But yeah, so I think it's the last day. So I think it'll be the 28th. I believe so.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
for you. I know everyone's excited to see you get married at Fat Camp.
I'm excited to see me get married at Fat.
Is that the day you're most excited for then, I'm assuming?
Yes. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. I've wanted to marry this man forever. I've married him in my head like so many times. And it's been years that I've been wanting to marry this man. So you have no idea how important this is. And I didn't even, low-key didn't think that this would ever happen because I know he's a very non-traditional person as far as that was something that wasn't even in his wheelhouse to even do. So it's just kind of like, you know what, it's okay, I'm with him, and that's, that doesn't have to be the end goal. It'd be great if it was, but just the sheer fact that on New Year's Eve and he proposed to me at all, and I was just like, oh my god, and then to actually have it be a reality,
You know you deserve it. You guys
it's
are
so surreal.
really so cute, and I'm so excited to see your wedding. Eric, are you excited?
Oh yeah, I am excited. I hope I have enough funds to go to Fat Camp and see the wedding myself. But you know what? Maybe next live event. Maybe next live event we'll see each other.
Yeah, I would love you guys to be there. That would be amazing if you could be here for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Pharaoh was actually saying so many sweet things in the beginning, but I couldn't hear him because the connection sucked, and I felt bad because he was saying he was all like, "Oh, I wanted to give you like a Venmo something, and then throw rice," and I couldn't really. I heard the rice thing, but all I could think about was birds because when you throw rice, it gets stuck in birds' mouths. So that's all I could think about.
Okay, fair point. So really quickly, I did want to.
I was such a bitch in the beginning, and then I watched it back, and I'm like, oh shit, you're such a bitch. Like, stop.
You're good. So really quickly, I did want to mention today's members goal before we get too far into the stream. So we're gonna talk a little bit about yesterday to get into that members goal. So yesterday, Miss Glamy was obviously not here for our stream. She was absent from streaming. So we're gonna give the chat.
There's a reason I was absent.
There might have been a reason. There might have been a reason, but we're gonna leave it up to the chat. The chat said they wanted to see you punished for it because you did call in from your phone and then you left.
I did.
So
yeah, because the connection was sucking. And
sorry, one sec. We have Itchy Jenna Tolls with the $5. It says, "Why is Glamy not out at the main table? Seems like they keep pushing nerds aside and out of the main canteen." Yeah, I have a lot to say about that, and we're gonna get really fucking into it, but we're gonna get into the punishment first and foremost. So, if you guys want to see Glamy punished for missing yesterday's stream,
which wasn't my fault and had valid reason why.
You called in from your phone. Just saying.
Fine.
So, you could have done it from your phone, just saying. So, the chat did want to see you do a punishment.
The connection sucked, and
so we have 2 levels of punishments for you guys. First and foremost, we have at the 30 members goal, Glamy is going to be getting pasta sauce poured all over her head. It's going to be like, a skunk soup situation. We got the Hunt's tomato sauce. Then level 2 punishment at 50 members. This one, Eric picked himself. She's going to be doing an ice bucket pouring over her head of like ice water to rinse all that pasta sauce down. So she'll be doing both.
Eric, you don't have to love it so much, my God.
Yes.
It's a meme back then. How's that not lovable?
So if we get to 50 members, she'll be doing both the pasta sauce and the water. If we get to 30 members, she'll be doing just the pasta sauce. So
yeah, I'm gonna need my new husband's. We're 95% married, so I'm gonna call my husband now. I'm gonna need his assistance.
So now let's get into nerds getting pushed out of the main canteen, because that is a very interesting talking point that I think we should bring up, because obviously Glamy's like in the fucking Harry Potter supply closet right now instead of the main table. So what's going on with that?
Well, listen, it's not the Harry Potter. So do you want me to cook?
With the microwave in the background? Like, what's going on?
Shut up. Don't diss this out. This is the game room. It's nice.
It's certainly
Nice.
something. It's got a great echo to it.
Okay. Kim Star!
Well, you talk about it. So why aren't you at the main table today? What happened this morning?
He told me and I can't remember.
Well, I guess you're going to have to call Keem. Scream for Keem.
That's what I'm trying to say. Kim Star!
Eric, where'd you
Kim
go?
Star!
Sorry, I had to go to the closet to get a handkerchief.
No worries.
I'm back now, so...
So, Eric, how are you feeling about nerds so far not getting any of the Fat Camp canteen? How are you feeling about us being left out of the Fat Camp?
You were not left out. You were totally invited. It was the fact that you.
We're not talking. I'm
IRL
talking
stuff.
about Glamy. I'm talking about how you are our reporter for Fat Camp, and you have not been here being our reporter for Fat Camp.
Oh, me? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
there we go.
Yeah, okay. So there's an issue with everybody saying that I got pushed into the Harry Potter supply closet.
Why is Glamy in the
Hi,
Harry Potter
Keem.
supply closet?
Why
Not
am
at
I
the main
always
table.
off to the side and not on the main show?
Hi.
Why are you off to the side and on the main show?
Yeah, they're saying that it sounds like everybody's trying to push the nerds out.
Why is
on the
Glamy
main
not calling
show.
in from the main table? That's the main question.
table.
Okay, we're doing Glamy's wedding here, so I don't think that's true. You know, she's gonna have her own.
Okay, well,
day.
that
It's
makes
all about
sense.
her.
That's the question. Put Keem on the headphones so he can hear me.
She wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
What's up,
Okay,
boss?
sorry, she was asking the wrong questions. We are asking why Glamy is in the Harry Potter supply closet instead of being at the main table calling in like every other show has done.
Oh, we had to set this up for Collins because we needed the main room to just think. Because like when you get all these like hosts together from the LCU, like everyone's just blah 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 blah, and you know the old people like me, the boomers, bro, those kids are just too loud.
Okay,
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, like when if Glamy were in there right now, all you would hear is people in the background. Did you not see Beans on Cafe like crashing out?
A bit, yes, here and there, you know. It was a show for sure. But yeah, that's what we were wondering because we saw everybody else did the shows from the main table, and Glamy was having issues with her internet this morning, and then she was calling in from here. And then the chat was wondering, they feel like Glamy's getting pushed out of all the Fat Camp content because this is the only show that hasn't had any Fat Camp content on it yet.
I will fix that. Not today, tomorrow. We'll figure it out.
Sounds like a good plan.
When he gets back, punish him for just getting up and leaving
Okay.
during a
I'm
show.
sorry. I had a emergency. I had a bleeding finger.
Okay.
Well, I guess Keem said punish you, Eric, so I guess we're getting an Eric punishment. Chat, what do y'all want to see Eric get punished for getting up?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had an emergency.
Okay. I guess the chat has to pick a punishment for you now, Eric, because Keem said so.
God damn it. Okay. Hey, I mean, I already have my finger bled, so.
Oh.
Apologies for your
Are
bleeding
you
finger.
okay?
We have Baby Bug, who gifted 10 Lil Cow Nerds memberships. Woo!
Oh, thank you.
We love you, Bailey. Once we get to 30 members, Glamy will be pasta saucing herself, but we're going to do that at the end of the show for you guys.
Welcome to band world, buddy.
Doesn't have to sit there with it on her head the whole time. So let's get into a little bit of the drama about what's been going on at Fat Camp. How have you been feeling being at Fat Camp? I saw you last night. I think it was either on Rewind or Aussie. You were saying that you were trying to get everybody to like me.
Oh, well.
How's that going?
Because it's funny, because it's not happening.
Oh, I know. I told you before you went. You ain't gonna turn anybody's heads about me.
I just said it because it was funny. To be honest with you. Because it's not happening.
So who have been your best friends so far at Fat Camp? Who have you aligned with so far?
Brantley, Desi, Babs. The girls have been really cool. Wonder Woman's really cool.
Outside of, give me hosts. Who of the hosts have you been vibing with?
Boogie.
Oh, really? You and Boogie been vibing?
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys been up to?
I don't know. I've just talked to him.
You guys just vibe and have a lot of
No, you know
common?
what? Because me and the girls just kind of hang out the most. I mean, that was he's the one that I talked to the most, I guess. But as far as like vibing, like he's still incredibly upset about everything. It was just more that we had just talked. But the people that I chill with have been the girls. And then like we had dance party yesterday, and we were just hanging out and having fun.
So
like,
if you had to invite only one person from Fat Camp to Christmas dinner, who are you inviting?
Brantley.
That was a fast answer. She was like, Brantley, shoot in.
I've been I've been really close with her. I like her a lot. She and I have like really.
She is your maid of honor, so I'm actually not surprised by that answer.
I like her a lot. She's so sweet and she's super fun and she's just really cool, and I like talking with her, and she's just a really neat person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never got to meet her in person, but so far from like meeting her when I have, she has always been extremely sweet. She's one of the nicest people.
Yeah, she's
in the
amazing. I absolutely love her to pieces.
So out of all the people at Fat Camp, who would you never trust with your dog?
There's a step there.
With my dog?
Yeah, if you had to
have sensitive business.
If you had to have one of these people sit your dog, like who would you never trust to do it?
That's a fucked up question.
It is. That's why I'm asking it.
That's a fucked up question. You're gonna sit there and ask me who I'm gonna ask?
Yeah, fucking answer.
That I don't trust?
Yeah, who do you not fucking trust to sit your dog?
You.
I'm not at fucking fat camp. You can't pick me.
Oh my god, Glam.
You can't cop out the question. Glamy, you have to answer the actual question. Nobody's listening to you right now. You are answering to just us.
Pass. Next question.
You cannot pass next question. Glamy, actually answer the question. For real, right now. Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Yeah, answer the question.
Oh, you know, John the moderator, he's here.
Oh, so that's who you would know.
Ooh.
I knew you fucking had an answer. So you're in your head. You're like, I love everybody. No, you don't. You don't love everybody, Glamy. Stop lying to yourself.
I said that on the fucking show yesterday.
Oh, you did.
I said that because I tried to mend the bridge, but he didn't want to mend the bridge.
Okay, I do want to ask
John,
you.
I tried.
I do want to get into the John thing, but I do want to save that for a little bit later. I think we're gonna leave him a little blue balled with that one. Because I still have one more little fat cam question that I wanted to ask you. Who smelled the worst after Locale Live yesterday?
What?
Who smelt the worst after Locale Live yesterday?
Smelling people? You're not gonna say we're just hanging around. I'm not gonna say. No, yeah, you're fresh. What do you mean? It's about people. Yeah, that one's really preserved.
It's okay. You can be brutally honest, Glammy.
I am being brutally honest. I'm not going around smelling people.
You can't say that you weren't even in the same vicinity as them, that you couldn't smell them being in the same room.
Smells like pickles.
Oh, this one wipes with Clorox. No, it smells a little stale. I'm sorry.
Glammy, I need to ask you a serious question.
What?
What are you on today? You're on something,
on
and the whole chat needs to know
Are you
because
on
everyone is
drugs?
saying you're high as fuck. So what are you on today, Glammy? You're not sober. This is not sober, Glammy. What are you on
No,
today?
I'm just done giving a fuck.
Glammy, you are sauced.
Just done.
You are clearly sauced on stream. You cannot stop laughing. What are you on today?
No, those are just really fucked up questions.
Before the
on
fucked up
anything.
questions, you've been giggle central. Glammy, are you high?
I'm a giggly person.
Is this like the 7th Glammy in a row that we have to deal with on the basis?
Probably. I have so many different sides to my personality.
All right, Glammy's on something, but she won't tell us what it is. I can tell. She's on something.
You're
She on
fucking
something.
Weird.
She's
I
fucking-
am not on anything. I had
This
a
is the
monster
7th
and
Glammy in
that's
a
it.
row.
Even
I had a
Eric is
monster
on
and
my
that's it. I'm just so tired of fuck. Plus, I'm having a lot of fun on vacation. Even though we're working, so it's like we're working, but it's
Looks like you've been doing
bits
a
of it
lot,
that are vacation.
a lot more playing and a lot less working, Miss Glammy.
Okay, so here's the thing too. You're gonna tell me that I've been doing a lot less working now. No, yes, I have been very distracted, so I'll give you that. So if you're telling me that, but then before you're saying that I didn't do any work at all, and now you're seeing what it looks like, what it really looks like when I kind of drop the ball a little bit. So
Glammy, this is only
now we understand
not
that
helping
I
yourself.
do work.
This is only not helping yourself. The only thing that changed
No,
was
I
you not
do
showing up to a
work.
show. We still plan the show the same. The only thing that changed was you not showing up to a show that we planned the content around you
Yeah,
being
'cause
at Fat
I
Camp.
got
you
distracted.
being distracted is not an excuse to not show up to work. You called us 20 minutes before
Okay,
the show yesterday
literally-
and
so
said you were gonna
Keemstar
be here.
literally said, no, bitch. Keemstar said,
You did.
literally said, hey, you don't have to be there today because it was easier because the internet was having an issue. He literally said that.
But
So
then
me
maybe
not
give us
showing
that
up
heads up.
was
But then maybe,
not because of me.
but you didn't give
And
us
then I
that heads
showed
up
up, and then I showed up
for 5 minutes.
struggling on my phone.
Maybe
so it
you
wasn't
showed up
working
for
out
5
very well.
minutes. That is not showing
Yeah,
up to
it
the
was,
show.
the phone was just
TTS,
so hard.
TTS.
It was
Mr. Killer
so, like, aggravating.
361
TTS.
super chatted $20. Glammy, you are not sober. You've definitely been token it up and that is cool as hell. This Glammy is my favorite so far. More. Also, Pharaoh, you are missed.
Okay, I'm gonna read you this one because it's for you, Glamy. Mystic Killer 361 said, Glamy, you are not sober. You've definitely been toking it up, and that's cool as hell. Glamy is my favorite so far. More. Oh, they said this Glamy is my favorite so far. More. Also, Pharaoh, you are best. Is that
What
a
the
fire
hell is
alarm?
that?
I literally got a text message on my phone saying that I've used like 35, 33.
Do they not have Wi-Fi at
gigabytes
all
on
there?
my phone? The Wi-Fi is really slow here,
That makes sense.
and we're all pulling off of the same thing. So I'm using on my phone. I'm using the regular cell phone data, which I pulled so much off of this whole entire time that I've been gone. So my shit's been mad slow and mad laggy, and I used all the fast speed on the cell phone. So that's why.
Yeah.
To be fair, I also hate hotspots as well because once you reach a certain percentage, you're no longer allowed to use it.
Yeah, I went to go do the hotspot hotel before I got to Fat Camp, and my laptop wouldn't even connect.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond to this comment really quickly. Doesn't the US have unlimited data? Yes, we have unlimited data, but once you hit over a certain usage limit, they slow your shit down extremely, and you can't do anything.
They trickle that shit. They're like, oh yeah.
And then on top of that as well, hotspots don't work like people think they do. You cannot connect a laptop and stream from a laptop or do any of that. And they're also in the middle of nowhere, so their signal is awful. Like, they literally do not have signal to connect to something. So.
Yeah, I have Xfinity. I have Xfinity Wi-Fi. So, it's pretty much blazing fast.
So I actually work pretty hard, but I've been a little distracted this trip too. Plus, getting incredibly engulfed in the whole wedding.
Oh,
Matt
TTS.
Dolan super chatted $19.99. Good show today. Love you guys. Eric, I can't wait for you to see the special DVD I got you when I come on. And of course Glamy and Zay too.
Matt Dolan with the 20 said, good show today, love you guys. Eric, I can't wait for you to see the special DVD I got you when I come on. And of course, Glamy and Zay too. We love you. Thank you for all your support.
Oh, thank you. Love you. Yeah, so
thank you.
It's been, sticky with the Wi-Fi stuff.
Somebody in the comments said Glamy is giving Roxy vibes.
Roxy vibes? Why? How?
Because the stream where she got really drunk. That's what they're talking about.
Oh, God, you guys, come on. I'm totally sober. I'm just unfiltered.
Like the
Who are you trying to convince that you're sober? Me or you?
Sober.
This is like the 7th or 8th Glamy we have to deal with on this show, ladies and gentlemen.
Personality traits. I have a lot of personality traits. I just do. I'm a multicolorful personality person.
You're killing me.
You know?
I'm not gonna lie.
At least I'm not.
All right. So we do have an Eric segment today that we need to get into. Also, Glamy, they're asking if you can move just a wee bit closer to your mic. I don't know where your mic is.
Okay.
It's on your headphones.
It's on the top here.
Yeah, if you could just either slide closer to it or slide it closer to you, just a bit.
Nope, it's short.
Don't break it. And then Eric, if you want to go ahead and get into your flash news segment for the audience today.
Okay. Hey, welcome to the Flash News segment, and where I will be covering the latest shit that's been going around in the news culture. So the first thing on our list is Nintendo has been having leaks on the Nintendo Switch 2. Supposedly the latest console, that was announced, had leaks hinting that it might be releasing in June 2025. The rumored games that will be launching with the system includes a new 3D Mario title, a major Pokemon title, or major Pokemon game, a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Tekken 8, Elden Ring, 2022's Game of the Year, or Flight Simulator 2024, or and Call of Duty.
Ooh,
Now
those
these
are
are
so exciting.
just rumors. We will likely find out more about that on the Nintendo Direct on April 2nd.
So, out of all the franchises that Nintendo has, what franchise do you think that you would like to see come out with a special edition for the Switch?
I like to see Metroid with Prime 4.
Oh, that would be a really cool one. I don't think they've ever done one before. What about you, Glamy? What would you like to see be like a special edition Switch?
I don't know. All the stuff that I can think of they've done.
Well, they always do redos again. Like, they almost always do a Mario one. So, like, even if you wanted to see a Mario one, they'll do it again. You know they will.
Well, no, because, like, I really do love the Legend of Zelda.
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Gaffagarian, thank you for gifting 5 Low Count Nerds memberships.
Oh, thank you, Gaff. Yeah, I really do. I love the Legend of Zelda franchise, and I loved playing the original one when I was younger, and it was so seeing it on the Switch and seeing it revamped and stuff was cool. If they keep doing that, like keep making more Legend of Zeldas, that would be really cool.
Well, it's not even the game. I mean the actual. Have you ever seen a special edition Switch? What it looks like?
Oh, you mean the ones that have like different things that they put on the Switch?
Yeah, like I have the Animal Crossing Switch.
You have the Animal Crossing one?
I know. I want
thought
Animal
you meant
Crossing.
as far as games go.
Well, the games, those are the ones that Eric said are already going to be coming out. So we already have a few lists of games, but I wanted to know what you guys wanted to see the actual special edition part of it to look like.
Yeah, that would be really cool if they could do like another like Mario one. I really like that. I want a Luigi one.
That is a really banging answer, actually. I don't think we've ever... Have you ever seen a Luigi one before, Eric?
Everybody puts so much on, like, Mario.
I remember seeing a Yoshi special edition Nintendo Switch or Nintendo 3DS.
How does Yoshi get representation before Luigi?
Well, Yoshi does have his own game. Well, I guess Luigi has his own game, too, because he has Haunted Mansion.
Luigi Mansion!
You're right.
Which is a banging game, by the way. I just feel like there's so much representation for Mario, but like Luigi gets no love, and he was my favorite one.
Dude, I would.
The year of Luigi pretty much flopped.
That is true, but I would love to see a Luigi's Haunted Mansion special edition Switch. That would be really freaking cool.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Now, back in 2013, Nintendo did that whole year of Luigi to celebrate the first appearance of Luigi in Mario Bros. The arcade. And it pretty much is a failure.
Oh. Well, I guess no love for Luigi ever. They tried it.
No! I think they need to... There are things that they bring back that nobody likes, and then it gets a second win, or some people like it, or a handful... Hi, Billy! Or a handful of people like it. See this distraction?
A wild Billy appearance.
Hi, Billy!
Hi, Billy!
What was the question? What do you want to see the
special edition Nintendo Switch 2 release? Like, if he could be any franchise.
When they release the Nintendo Switch, what would you like to see for a special edition?
Special edition Nintendo Switch? Mm-hmm. I want the Lunchables Nintendo Switch.
So that you can
Oscar Mayer Lunchables. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the little side panels to be like a juice box Capri Sun. And I want like the little Reese's pack, and in the middle have like the back is like the meat and cheese.
That's awesome.
I want a Lunchable special edition.
Yeah, I think that's the best answer. So you can like lick it and play. Yeah. No, absolutely.
The Joy-Cons better be crackers.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
That was awesome.
Dude, that
Ladies
was like
and
the
gentlemen, that was
funniest
the Wild Billy appearance.
So speaking
that was so sweet of him to do.
No, we love Billy. So speaking of more Switch news, you have a little more for us, don't you, Eric?
Ooh, yes, I do. Another speculation rose around that there is a new trademark that's been filed by Nintendo that relates to GameCube, which speculates rumors about backwards compatibility or remastered for the Nintendo Switch 2. who that we either could get like a GameCube, Nintendo Switch Online, or some of their games would be remastered.
That is so exciting. Okay, like I don't think people realize how exciting this actually is, because a lot of the old GameCube games are like they'll do these releases on Switch. Like, for example, they did the Mario Party, the All-Stars one that Eric has and I'm so jealous of, that has Sunshine and Galaxy on it, and I've never been able to play those games. So now they're making it so there's a potential with this trademark coming out that they're going to make these games available. They're going to do remakes of the old GameCube games to make them more available to a broader audience.
Ooh.
See, I have one, and it was right before or they stopped selling them.
Oh wow.
I'm so jealous. You don't the copy
so
of that
cool.
game to buy it on eBay is like $120. He's got a gem in his hands.
That's awesome.
I own a rare product.
You do.
That's so cool, Eric.
And so the cool
And
thing
yes,
about
I did
it,
taste the cartridge. I did taste the cartridge. It tastes funny.
You tasted the cartridge?
Yeah,
But with Billy's Lunchable idea, you just decided
no,
to start it early?
No, back then there was the whole licking the Nintendo Switch cartridge when the Switch launched, and I did that. I was like, it tastes funny.
That was the thing? To lick
Yep.
the cartridge? Why? Why?
Because people are stupid.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
just
Sure.
took me out.
And we just decided. Is it what?
So what did it taste like?
What was the end game?
Oh, Gaffagarian with the $5 says that is your punishment, Eric. Lick the cartridge. Do it.
Here you go.
Alright, hold on.
Tell us what it tastes
Let me
like.
Let me get a
Yeah, don't lick the
cartridge
important
I
one.
haven't tasted.
Get a good lick on that cartridge. Don't lick the rare one. Don't lick the rare one.
That's what I said. Don't get the important one.
Okay, this is the cartridge I'm gonna
What
lick.
is this one?
Infinity War.
Marvel Ultimate
Okay.
Alliance 3.
Sure.
I just
Okay.
see
Like
Thanos.
Infinity Wars.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, Jesus,
Yeah.
fuck.
Maybe
Oh,
it'll help it play better.
oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Remember with the Nintendo cartridge? People that are
Yeah, you
listening,
used to
where when
blow
you
in
try
a
to get it to
cartridge,
work,
now you lick it. Like, oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
That
Oh,
On the
God.
Game Boy one, just
Yep.
Oh.
and it
Oh,
tastes literally
Jesus.
that. So what did it taste like, Eric?
I fixed it every time.
Ah, I don't. It tastes like a little plastic. It's stingy. Oh, Jesus.
It's stingy.
It's stinging.
Would you eat the battery part? Like the or not the
No.
battery part, but the
Oh,
chippy bit?
obviously I didn't. But God, that's like. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's. Oh Jesus. Why would people put that in their mouth? Oh, like. Oh Jesus.
I think that's
That's
isn't
not
that
a
why
question.
they
Oh God damn.
No, I think that's actually why they made them taste like that. When I looked this up one time, because somebody told me they tasted terrible, they made them taste like that so that kids, in case they put them in their mouth, would spit them out.
Oh God, I can see why, but God damn, that tastes awful. Oh, why would kids put them in their mouth? Aren't they freaking idiots? Like,
This
oh.
generation is
SJC 2025, I do respond to the chat, but we are in the middle of doing Eric's nerdy news segment, so I usually respond to the chat more toward the end of the show. But if you guys donate, I always respond. But I can't get to everybody in the chat. I do see you guys though. So next up on your nerdy news, Eric, you had some topics about AI.
Who is yelling in the
King?
corner?
us, everybody. That's why he was about like having to bring it back here, because otherwise.
Well, he said he's going to bring us some Fat Cam content for tomorrow, so be ready for that. We are going to have some Fat Cam content for you guys tomorrow for sure.
I'm ready for that.
Let's get into the AI
so-
stuff.
Yes. Next on the Flash segment, Google AI is making a model that will be used to remove watermarks. Oh Jesus. Google AI can erase brandings, copyright marks, and security features, which of course raises fear about content theft and misinformation. Experts warn this makes it harder for photographers, artists, and media companies who project their work.
Okay. So it sounds like basically AI is going to make it so watermarks are going to be able to be removed off of photos. I think that is like the most terrible idea I've ever heard. That's now going to make it harder for smaller artists to get credit for their work more than ever.
Yeah, that does sound terrible.
Oh, shit.
Hang on, say that again. I'm having a hard time.
I'm gonna. Thank you. If they're not quiet again, I'm just gonna mute you for a little bit.
I'm trying to do a show here.
Yeah, your background's
Who's trying
so
to
loud.
fight?
Okay, say that again. I'm sorry.
Who's fighting who?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was aggravated.
So we were talking
Now I'm
about.
starting to feel the aftertaste of that cartridge. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Go ahead, go take it.
Why did I take that?
Because you're so funny in person.
Yeah, no, I'm not funny. I'm being for real. Nerds is a fucking L. How about y'all shut
You're
the
a
fuck
fucking
up?
L. Maybe you should look
Don't
more
worry.
like a man and less like a woman, bitch. Fuck off.
Oh, that's mature. That's mature. Oh my god.
I'm starting to feel the aftertaste.
Look more like a man, pussy.
Nope.
Yeah, you just hit the light, you turd. All right.
Oh god, I'm starting to feel the aftertaste of that cartridge. Oh Jesus.
Oh, you did it again? I wasn't
No.
paying attention. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I didn't do it again.
Back on track, guys. We're getting super off topic here. So back to the
Sorry,
AI
what was the
subject.
question?
We were talking about, Eric brought up the subject of they made a new thing to remove watermarks with a new AI tool, which I think is very scary for small artists. I think that could make things really bad for people in the future who like are not going to be getting credit at all for any of their artworks. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Right. That's gonna be too easy to
that's
replicate,
gonna be
right?
shitty.
But should the AI companies be responsible for the like reaping what they sow, kind of like, should they be responsible for what people choose to do with removing the watermarks with AIs, or do you think that the responsibility should be on the people?
No, that should be on the companies themselves, because it's either or. It's not the companies themselves. It's usually just people and how they use it. I mean, you look at us. We use AI stuff for funny stuff, like our intros and all that. But that's just for fun. And what these people are doing is they're basically, like, I don't know, stealing other people's work. They have way worse. Like, my TikTok feed is filled with shitty AI videos. It's really bad.
Yeah.
There's even a ton of video games now that are going to be implementing stuff using AI. Like, you have this topic, the next topic on here. Get into it a little bit.
Oh yeah, yes. Sony's AI-powered PlayStation character prototype. Sony's leaked internal video showcase a AI-powered PlayStation character prototype, using Horizon's Aloy as an example. Voice actor is for Aloy, Ashley Burr, is responding that AI-driven game performance could destroy artistry voice acting, which, I do agree with. We had a strike about this specific thing, like in 2023.
Okay, so do you guys think that AI voice actors could ever totally replace like human voice actors, or do you think this is just like a small portion, or they're going to use it for maybe more side characters? What do you guys think?
I think it has a potential too, but I also feel like people are connected to the voice actors that do the voices, so I don't think that. Oh, unless those generations keep going, because after a while, the generations that really, really cared about the voice actors probably will stop caring, and it could possibly drop off and replace it.
Or if the simulation begins crumbling.
That's
Yeah. Oh, well, true.
Also, we did, we watched the Silent Hill transmission here in the Nerds VC, so we do have a little updates for you guys on Silent Hill. I'll let Eric get into that.
Ooh, yes. Silent Hill F has received its ESRB rating of rated mature for 17 plus. The game will feature intense body horror, including grotesque imagery of characters suffering extreme and physical transformation. Hence.
Okay, so how do you feel about Silent Hill embracing more of the body horror elements? Does that interest you at all in the game?
I've really been trying to get into Silent Hill more. Or, like, I'm still trying to wait until I get the money to get the Silent Hill 2 remake, but it's kind of cool to see which type of horror Silent Hill is willing to go to.
Isn't it already gory as it is?
Kind of, but it was never really huge on the body horror element, so that's going to be something new that we're seeing. And then
on the body horror,
especially for a franchise that's moving away from an America setting and going to Japan.
Yeah, that's true. And then also, I feel like previously too, like he was saying, Silent Hill has always taken place in Silent Hill, and it's always been a psychological fear element to it. So do you think that the extreme horror elements of like body horror could possibly take away from that psychological aspect that Silent Hill previously had before?
I don't
think so. As long as it still keeps the same depressing atmosphere the games were known for, I think we could be in for a treat.
Especially I'm sorry, Eric.
Especially since this is like a brand new Silent Hill game, and we have in a long ass time, and that isn't a remake or anything like that.
So what were you saying, Glamy? What do you think about it?
That, like, psychological horror come in, they kind of give you a different feel altogether. I think that sometimes is scarier than if you do the body horror. So putting them together, I feel like since the mental fuck, as it were, if you go psychological, will probably get undershined. So like if you have the body horror, it's going to be more of an in-your-face kind of like, because with the mind one, you really have to sit and think about it. You have to pay attention. You have to really get into like the understanding of the psychological. But if you come in with like more of the body horror stuff, it's going to take the main focus off of the mental, and it's just easier to see. So you're easier to connect and recognize, be like, oh, that's gross, that's scary, blah, blah, blah. So I think it has a possible aspect of taking away, but that's just.
I want to respond to this comment really quickly. From Caleb Karen, he said body horror isn't all of them. Zay, have you even played Silent Hill? Body horror is a minimal aspect in all of them. If you watch the Silent Hill transmission comparative to the body horror that they previously had in the games, it is like the whole game. Like if you watch the trailer from the transmission, it looks like it's going to be a much bigger part, and they're going to be pulling back on that psychological aspect. So I don't know, we'll see. I get what you're saying with that. I'm not saying there wasn't previously body horror, but yeah. And the last thing that we have on Eric's segment for today.
Disney has announced it has dedicated its streaming channel. Disney Plus will be having a dedicated streaming channel for The Simpsons, offering 24/7 access to the longest running animated series. The channel will feature continuous episodes, themed marathons, and possibly exclusive content, making it the hub for The Simpsons universe. If interested, we could probably run a consistent stream on the Nerds voice chat if you become a member of our Discord.
Ooh, that's true. That would be killer. I would, especially every Halloween, we like we could do a Tree of Horrors.
Tree House of Horror, yeah, that is my favorite part of The Simpsons. So I'm actually really excited to see that. I love The Simpsons, so I think that's a really cool thing that they'll be adding.
I do too. The Simpsons are awesome. They're like a childhood thing.
Oh my gosh,
Although
I was actually
allowed to watch it until I was older, because my mom told me I couldn't watch it until I was like 13 years old. I had to fucking wait while my brother was allowed to watch it.
That was what it was weird. My parents like let me watch The Simpsons, and they wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons, and then they would let me watch Family Guy though. So I thought that was really weird. Like out of the two.
What?
Yeah, right.
Girl, that is backwards. If you were gonna do that, I would have let you watch more than I would have let you watch like fucking Family Guy.
Right.
Family Guy's like really funny. Like don't get me wrong, as an funny, because I used to love that watching that so much. But if you're a kid, what? That's some.
And I was actually wrong, guys. There's one more topic on Eric's nerd segment that will probably be the most interesting one to you guys. It's at the very bottom if you scroll a little.
And the last of our Flash News segment is a very recent one. Lego has officially confirmed a partnership with Pokemon, with its first set to be released in 2026.
I'm so excited for this. Who do you guys want to see in the Pokemon Lego set? What Pokemon do you guys want to see?
Well, we already saw Pikachu being T, so he's more likely going to be
probably Charizard. Probably Charizard will be in there, and then they probably like the main ones are probably going to be the ones that go to those main. But I hope after years they'll like start acquiring different ones. I know. Let's see. My husband's favorite one is the Ditto.
The Ditto? That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think they'll end up actually probably doing a Ditto. I could see that. I want to see either Mew or Mewtwo. I think that would be a fire one to see.
And all the Eevees. We need all the Eevees. I like Jolteon too.
Yes.
Bulbasaur is my favorite, but like I feel like an automatic because they have to do that one. He's like the main 5. But like if you branch out of that, like I would like to see Jolteon. I'd like to see maybe Mimic.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Wow. Yeah. I think that was a fun little Flash segment. How'd you feel about it today, Eric?
I feel pretty good. We went by quicker than last time, and it's really, not bad.
Nice. It was fun. You did good.
I'm glad you're enjoying doing your little segment. I think
pretty soon we're gonna have one of those like Flash. We're gonna have like the picture that goes around, just like Eric's nerd news. And
I could do that on OBS. We were talking about doing something like that. Ooh, Gaffagarian with the $5 said they have to have a Ditto. Crazy meta, since it can literally become any Pokemon by using its Lego pieces. That's a good point. That would be cool to see if they can make it like transform into other Pokemon later on.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Okay. Rad. So I do want to circle back to Fat Camp just a little bit here because we had John actually just pop in for a little bit. So now we'll get into that John shit. We're gonna talk about. I feel like a lot of the audience doesn't even know because some of them might be new. They might have not known you from Milkers. Give us the rundown on what the beef is between you and John from the original start.
Okay, so the original when I first started, I was all like super nervous and just trying to find my voice, figure out what I was, what I was trying to learn and everything. And he's upset because he spent mad time with me trying to teach me the OBS and stuff, but I couldn't get out of my head. I was still super duper like fresh from everything and I was having a hard time. And so he basically thought that I wasted his time. I wasn't.
Thank you, Gaffagarian, for gifting 5 Locale Nerd memberships. If we get to 10 more memberships, Glamy is going to be pouring tomato sauce on her head. If we get to 30 more members, she will be pouring pasta sauce and then follow that up with some ice water on her head. So get those memberships in.
My dude's going to have to help me with that.
Sorry, continue the John story.
Oh, actually, can you get some water in like a
bucket
apparatus? Like we don't think we have a bucket.
A pot?
Some sort of
a pot would work.
A pot. Can you fill it with water and put it in the fridge or the freezer so that I can be prepared for said scenario?
Okay, so you and John were working together on Milkers, and then you guys started beefing behind the scenes because of the fact.
Well, okay, so that was where he was coming from. He was thinking that I wasted time. I wasn't trying to waste his time. I was just very, very nervous. I was very new. I was really trying to hold the information and stuff, but getting switched around to different shows and stuff, and it was, I was going through my feelings and everything like that. So that was where he was coming from. But and I understood all that. And even when on Milker, there were like a couple of episodes that I was like, no, you're right. I get it. I get that. But that was like one or two. And then he just started coming in, like being an ass and started disrespecting me as a human being. And it's like, I understand that you're frustrated and whatever, but I don't care who you are. You should never be talking to people like that. So he was degrading me on my own show. He was degrading me whenever he would,
really quick, I need to comment on this. Everyone is asking why we're not showing the clip. If you guys are not aware, no one is showing clips right now at Fat Camp because they can't see them. So it's like,
yeah,
it's literally gonna make her entire thing crash if we try to show you guys a clip right now. So, if you noticed, Rewind didn't do clip. There's a reason for that. So we're gonna sum up this story a little bit. So basically, you and John have beef because of you and him got into it with Milkers or whatever. And talking about the crash, I'm talking about Glamy's signal. It makes her crash every single time she tries to watch a stream. If you guys didn't see that on the road.
Wait, they're trying to get me to crash?
No, I'm saying they're like, what are you talking about with crashing? I'm saying every single time Glamy would watch a clip when she was on the road, it would crash. She's on that same signal right now, so can't do that.
Yeah. True.
So, moving on. So basically, to sum up this story with John, you and John have beef because of the fact you said you did some shit, he said you did some shit, all behind the scenes regarding you learning OBS.
Yeah, but then it was.
And then he was talking to you,
he
mad
came up on the show. Yeah, then he would come up on the show, and there was like one or two episodes of Milkers. I was like, okay, I get it. I was frustrating, and I understood, and I was trying really hard side of it and everything.
Okay.
And then after that, he just kept being super disrespectful.
Thank you, Cece, for gifting 1 Lil Cow Nerd membership.
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Woo! Okay. Thank you so much. We get the story. We get the story.
Huh? We get the story. You're looping a bit, Glamy.
You kept asking me.
I wasn't asking. I was summing up the story for them. So you're looping a bit.
You summed it up, and then you asked me.
Trust me, I'm getting to a real question for you. Simmer.
Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't looping you. You were asking me questions. All right.
Thank you. Okay. So we get the point of you and
Welcome
him
to Band World,
having
buddy.
beef, whatever. So then let's get to the point where we're at on the show last night. So what caused the screaming match between you guys on the show last night? Is this just you guys reinciting old beef? Because I heard you saying that you were trying to get John to like you, but John was saying fuck you, he doesn't like you at all.
No, I wasn't trying to get him to like me. I don't give a shit.
Also, Slim Jim, thank you for gifting 1 Lil Cow Nerd membership. Swoop.
Thank you. No, I don't give a fuck if he likes me. I just figured that meeting in IRL, let's be bigger people. We'll be adults. I'll mend the bridge, just be like, hey, sorry about all that shit. Like, let's move forward, move on from it. But he's being a little bitch about it and doesn't want to, let go of the fact that he feels that I wasted his time. I had already apologized. I, have gone through so many developmental stuff and learning all of this. And, but that's on him, and that's fine. If you don't like me, I don't care. That's fine. You do you. Not everybody's gonna like me, and I just don't. That's fine. It's not gonna make me jump off the bridge. I just really don't care.
I see someone in the comments say, but do you care that John doesn't like you?
No.
So
I thought it would be cool if we were because we're all in the same space and stuff. And it would just be like,
my
okay,
God.
It would help being in the same space.
I'm looking at main chat right now on the Discord server, and apparently our former manager of Lil Cow Nerds, Becky Boop, has decided to run her own show on her own channel. After being fired from...
Is she posting it in chat like a promotion?
I have no idea. I just saw a photo of it on main chat, but sorry to interrupt, but
No. Why are we
let's
deciding
not
to
call
promote?
attention to her and promote her shit, guys. Let's maybe not do that.
Yeah. Yeah, my apologies.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on from that subject. No worries. I understand. So what do you think about everything going on between John and Glamy, Eric?
Wait, between me, he and John?
No, between
No,
Glamy
John and me.
and John. Did you miss that conversation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. And I understand.
That's fair.
And sorry, I was a little distracted.
No, it's fair. It's kind of a stupid story.
Nah, me and John have no beef with each other. Or he's just kind of being an asshole to me. Which, you know, it's fine. Everybody's allowed to be an asshole on the internet. But I kind of see where Glamy's perspective is going at
Oh,
and
thanks.
it's just a whole situation, and I don't know how to describe it. It's more beef that still hasn't been resolved.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, beyond the beef with him, that hasn't been the only thing said about you at Fat Camp. There's been a lot said about you at Fat Camp.
Oh, God. Okay.
Where do you want to start? Cafe, Nightmare, what you thinking?
What do you mean?
Where do you want to start? We could start with Cafe, we could start with Nightmare. Who would you like to start with?
You can start with Cafe, just because
Okay.
they come on first.
All right, so Beans made a comment, I think it was yesterday morning, where she said that everyone was having fun at Fat Camp, and then there's just Glamy. And I thought that comment was interesting. What do you feel about that? Because I saw you having fun with everybody. I don't know. I thought it was weird that she said that.
Yeah, I've been having fun with Brantley, Desi.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, she's not included in that. It's just Brantley, Desi. I mean, she, it is what it is, you know? But it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, not everybody's going to not everybody's, you know.
Nah, I
and
think
that's
it's just
fine.
I think it's just Beans' all
You're
you know.
looping, Glamy.
You're a piece of shit,
You're
John.
looping. That's why nobody.
I don't care, John.
You have nothing to add to the fucking show, you bitch. If you're gonna be on the show, then come actually be
You're
on fucking
a
camera instead of
pussy.
talking behind the scenes, you fucking bitch.
John's a bitch.
Get a
You can
nose
fucking
job.
talk, but you said this. All you said was she's looping, she's looping. Actually, say something productive to the conversation, or fuck off.
Thank you. I wish he could hear that.
Yeah. If he's watching enough to say that you're fucking looping. he
Oh,
learned it
true.
somewhere. Like,
I didn't even think of that. No.
okay, so what
So
other?
the other one,
So
Nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare is the other one of what's been going on. What happened with you and Nightmare on? Yeah, I think Aussie or Rewind. I don't know. The whole.
Yeah,
all the
are
same
you
setting.
a Nightmare finally? He getting along? Is he not going to crash your wedding?
Oh, yeah. It was. That was the only part that I had a problem with him, was about what he said about my wedding. But I don't think anything like that's gonna happen. So
Has
that part's
Nightmare
fine.
apologized to me?
Yeah.
Oh,
To
okay.
you?
No,
Wait,
Yeah.
why is he gonna apologize?
He didn't
Or what
apologize to
happened?
anybody. Why are we acting like?
Yeah, there's no
Glammy, one thing that
apology,
makes
but-
me very frustrated about you is the fact that all of these people have literally been talking shit for you for days, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, everything's fine. Say what you actually gotta say about this shit. Like, you're just being like, ah, ha, ha, everything's fine. These people are literally saying you suck, your show sucks, that they're gonna fire you. Everyone has been talking shit about you on every single show, and you are not saying anything.
Yeah, well,
in
his
response.
show sucks too. So it's like,
So say something.
You know what I mean?
Say
Like,
something
why
about
are
it.
you throwing
Say
rocks?
something about the fact that
Nightmares. Say
say
what
something-
you really feel.
Say something about the fact that they literally called out our show for only getting 3 members yesterday, and they only got 1. Say something. Say
There you
something
go.
about
At
what
least
the fuck
we
is
grow
going on.
membership.
Listen, you want me to say something? They
Yes.
should watch it. I was having fun.
But
The
what
shit was
is
so boring.
having
I just
fun?
didn't watch it.
But here's the thing, Glamy. We are doing a fucking show
Yeah.
today. You gotta be looking at the drama on what these fucking people are saying. You need to be informed about what these fucking people are saying, because we have a show to do every single day. And for you to be commenting.
No, I
on these things, you don't
understand
know
that.
what
I
they're saying.
understand that. But like, and I, but test is boring. really boring. Nightmare's
We know.
boring. So I just didn't pay attention.
The only show of theirs I ever watched was the one where I was fucking around with the show. Why? Because I was having fucking fun time.
Yeah, so
What happened to us all being?
Whoever's talking, we can't hear them.
yeah, nobody can hear you. You suck. Shut up, John.
You're not even a fucking host. You're there as a mod. Imagine being a Discord mod. Like, anyway.
Yeah, go mod something.
Discord mods are degenerate people that needs to go out.
I did
Oh wait,
work hard on that one.
oh wait a minute, John is
Thank
already
you.
outside.
Why
So
don't you
that
shut your mouth? I'm doing a show and you're not a part of it. Go get your
tell
own
him
show.
to go touch grass.
He won't.
Damn it.
Is he wearing the same Snuggie he wears all the time? I just want to
No,
know.
he's actually wearing clothes.
He wore fucking clothes, guys.
I know, without
Oh
the
my
Snuggie,
god, the
I was-
simulation is
Yes.
crumbling.
I
Oh
was
my
like
god,
low-key thinking
I'm
he
gonna
was
have
roll
a
up
moment.
in
Oh,
the-
oh my
the
god.
doors in his
Oh.
Snuggie.
I'm gonna have a moment. Oh,
Thank you
Jesus.
so
Oh,
much, Slim
bitch.
Jim, for gifting 1 Lolcow Nerd membership. That takes us up. We are 7 members away from Glamy pouring that pasta sauce on her head. And once we get to 27 more, she will be doing the ice water as well.
Like, I did
Welcome
try
to
to
Band
be
World,
friends
buddy.
with people. Like, everybody just talked shit anyway. So I was like,
Can I
whatever.
Be
ask
friends
another
with
question?
Discord
Is John
moderators.
wearing- You said he's wearing the Lolcow sweater, right?
No, he's just wearing regular clothes.
Oh, I was gonna say the same Lolcow sweater he was already wearing.
No, I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Johnny, thank
Welcome to
you
Band
for the
World, buddy.
5 gifted members.
Welcome to Band
Post
World, buddy.
description.
We are 2
I wasn't
away.
paying
Laval
attention.
4MP74
TTF.
super chatted $19.99. John being a Discord mod with main character syndrome, unamused face emoji.
Lava Lamp with the 20 said John being a Discord mod with main character syndrome.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Be friends with Discord moderators outside of the decent ones like Lord Rush and Baja
Oh,
Wolf
Lord
and all
Rush
those.
is here, Zay. He's
Rush
here with
made
his
it?
wife.
Ugh.
Lord Rush is here with his wife. He's so cool. He's really nice.
Of all,
And his wife is really nice.
out of all the people
Shut up, John.
I wanted to hang out with at Fat Camp, Rush was one of them. So maybe-
Yeah, you probably should think about going to fat camp, huh, Zay?
Eric,
Okay.
don't do this to me.
Oh,
He said I'm an agent of chaos. All right, so let's get into this nerdy drama segment we have
yeah.
we have planned. We're gonna see how this does. This is our first time ever trying this out. We'll see if you guys are interested in it. So the first thing that we have on our topic is that the Asmon Gold says that he has no idea how much he makes on YouTube. The popular Twitch streamer, YouTuber Asmon Gold admitted that he has no idea how much money that he makes from YouTube. He explained that he doesn't track his income whatsoever. He estimated it being up to 280K, but Mr. Beast has estimated Asmon Gold's earnings as of 500K this month. Do you guys think that content creators should always stay on top of their finances, or is this just a fucking nothing burger?
I mean, if they want to see how much money they have before they lose everything, and yeah, you probably should.
Yeah, that
And
seems a little
so that way you can
irresponsible to know what you make, right? Or what? Isn't that what? That's not very adulty.
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Johnny, thank you for gifting 1 Lolcow Nerd membership, 1 membership away from Glamy pouring that pasta sauce on her head, and we are we hit 30 members, Glamy.
Welcome to Band World, buddy.
Johnny.
Oh.
So she will be pouring that pasta sauce on her head very soon. I think in the last 15-20 minutes we'll get that going for you guys, and then she will be, if we hit 20 more members, she will be dumping ice water on top of her head as well.
Do you have the pot?
Get it ready.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to do it on my phone.
That evil laugh. Yeah, so
Dump it, dump it, dump it.
I think it's gonna be a nice
What?
cold and saucy bath for you.
It's really windy here too. I can hear the wind.
Oh yeah,
From
also big
inside.
shout out once again, Tess. You guys got 1 membership yesterday, and you guys wanted to be like womp 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 to our 3. We tripled your members yesterday, and times 30 today.
True.
So
It's very true.
Yeah.
also next up on our nerdy drama, we have Grimes talking about Elon Musk. We had somebody ask us about
Oh.
this a bit in our chat, so we're gonna we actually have the info on it now. So she was
Yeah, I was
saying that
trying to
she
talk about
thinks
that before.
Elon Musk is unrecognizable. The dispute has been highly publicized, with Grimes expressing her frustration over Musk's control and influence. She has also hinted at deeper personal struggles within their relationship that happened over time. So it seems like she's trying to come out now and kind of talk a bit about what happened in their relationship. How much power do you think how much power and wealth do you think has control over a person's behavior? Do you think that potentially that because he was so rich and so powerful, it made her change as a person?
Wait,
I know
because
Keem is not
he
gonna
was
like.
so rich and powerful,
It
made
seems
her
kind
change?
of, yeah, it seems like that's kind of what she was hinting at, is that he became a different person as well because of the wealth and money, but it seemed like she was also implying that he had some control power with that. And so it kind of made her change as a person. So what do you think about that?
I don't know if that's such a heavy thing. I think if it was gradual and she didn't see it until later and be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not acting myself, maybe. Or if there's some sort of like power dynamic, the power dynamic thing could definitely change a behavior for sure.
What do you think about
as far
it,
as
Aaron?
him, I just think he's a little goofy. I don't know.
I-
Doesn't
I'm-
he have the kid that didn't want to? I'm sorry, Eric. I want to hear your opinion. I do.
He does have
That was-
one child. He has multiple children, but the one child you're talking about that doesn't want to see him anymore, he has a transgender daughter who he has disowned because of the fact that she's transgender, is what I'm understanding. And
so this might sound really bad, but if you're somebody, parent, who has the ability to look at your kid and be like, you know what, I don't love you anymore. I don't want to have any connection with you because of the choices in your life. You just don't, you're not a decent parent to me. In my perspective, please don't. But like at the same time, like you cannot be a parent in my perspective and look at your kid and cut them off and say, I don't love you. I'm not going to be there for you. Full stop. You're just not the greatest of people to me.
yeah, I agree. I mean, this topic, a lot of people know at this point, is a little close to home for me. I have a sister who is transgender, and, obviously it was an adjustment growing up. You grow up with somebody being one way and then being another, but you never stop loving them. So that is a very interesting way that he took things. What do you think about it, Eric?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it is, and I know Keemstar is gonna hate me for saying this, but Elon is an idiot. He used to be a funny meme person, and back in the day before he rose power hungry with Tesla, SpaceX, and buying out Twitter. But Elon is an idiot, so that's all I'm gonna have to say.
Hi, Jaffe.
Hi, Jaffe. Welcome in.
I don't mean to interrupt. Is this a good time or a bad time? Because I'm listening to your show, and I obviously
Do you
have to say.
feelings?
Well, I do. But I don't want to interrupt the show. So should I come back later, or you guys?
I think you're good.
I don't want
Great
to
time.
fuck up. Because
Yeah, I'm always down
Okay.
to talk to you.
Okay, so fuck Elon Musk. He's a stupid piece of shit, son of a bitch. The fact of the matter is, if you have a child, that is your child. Your child
That's
is
what I
gonna.
said.
Yes, I heard, and I'm like, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. What kind of a piece of shit parent? Whatever you think about various topics in the world, about sociology, anthropology, about your kids, they're your kids. If they're your kids and you don't adore them, then you are broken. And fuck you, Elon Musk. But the guy's got 14 fucking kids. He probably doesn't even think about kids the way most people do, right? He's probably
True.
and not that, so fuck him. His daughter is delightful, wonderful, smart, intelligent, and what a piece of shit he is. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say.
I feel like, and again, it's going to sound terrible, but I feel like because of the fact that he was before he became Elon Musk and he was just Elon Musk. I feel like he got no attention, probably had no friends. He was probably bullied very, very heavily. So
Right.
then all of a sudden he got this power and money. So I think he concentrated on the actual, like, how to get children versus the wanting to take care of the children.
Oh, I think that's clear. And the
I
fact
think
that he would
turned
actually
into a nerd fuck.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I wanted to question that before you leave, Jaffe. Because if you want to stay, feel free. By the way, they love you. So I saw somebody in the comments saying that he's like on a mission to have as many kids as possible. And I've heard like billionaires kind of do that thing before, where they're on that thing of like spreading their seed to as many women as possible. You've heard a lot of like millionaires, billionaires do that. What do you guys think about that subject?
I mean, it's an interesting conspiracy theory, not gonna lie. Look at the Kardashians.
Yeah, I think it depends on who you are as a person. I feel like if you're looking at like Ye, for example, I would believe that from him because he feels that he's like entitled. He's entitling the world with his spawn babies. I could believe that from him. But I just think that Elon Musk is just a very, very nerdy person who just got the lottery ticket and just went crazy on it. I really don't think it's anything more than that. I don't think he's thinking that he's blessing the world with his seed. I think he's just like, oh wow, you have boobs and I get to touch them? Shit, let's go. You know what I mean?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. I think if you become a billionaire, you probably are not the worst. You probably think more of yourself than you probably should, because to be a billionaire in today's day and age, you have to sort of fuck enough people over and not sort of give back at a level that is not just nice, but just.
Do you really think he would fuck somebody over though?
Fuck yeah.
Like,
Elon Musk.
He just seems so flighty.
He would. You can be both.
He's really smart, sure. He's
I don't know if he's
smart. I get that, but like as far as socially, I don't think he's.
I think he would fuck people over though, because he genuinely thinks he's like a supervillain. Like he likes that drama. I think he has a weird perception of normalcy. Anybody with that money would, but certainly I think part of what got him that money was his willingness to kind of be ruthless and cruel and not really caring. He's probably got some kind of, an analyst would probably predict him with some kind of narcissistic pathology.
Maybe.
But I will say, just
hard to speculate on, but maybe.
Yeah, I think the hard thing though is that he's got such a big megaphone and he's got so many people's ear, but because he's the richest man in the world and he owns Twitter, and I see people in the comments right now just really sort of regurgitating and spewing absolute nonsense talking points about trans people. And they think they have the skinny, and it's like, dude, I've as an ally and as a parent of a trans kid, I've walked this. I haven't walked directly in the shoes, but I've been on the path for a very long time. And I can tell you, they haven't researched it and they haven't lived it more than me, let alone my son and his friends. But they don't really care. And Elon's out there continuing to bang that drum. The best thing that could happen, even though the economy looks like it's shit right now, is apparently he had to put up his Tesla stock for collateral to buy Twitter. And the Tesla stock is in the toilet, which means the bank could come and say, hey, you know what? We're taking that back, because that was what, right?
Yeah, I heard
it would be
rumors that they're
delightful.
saying that he could be going bankrupt kind of soon, which might be interesting, especially considering like the custody battle thing going on with Grimes. Do you guys think that celebrity custody battles should be kept private, or do you think that they should be held in the public light?
I think it should be
entertaining, and as long as it's fun to be like what we are having on this show right now.
Well, custody battles are battles over.
You cut out, Glamy. We can't hear you.
Oh, I was saying that the custody battles are never going to be a thing, because fighting over kids, that's never a fun thing. But I feel like it depends on the situation. It depends on the celebrity. Like with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, it was really important that he cleared his name.
You mean she who shall not be named?
Sure. That was important to Johnny. I'm not saying whether wanted
You're
it to
cutting
be
out.
publicized.
You got to be closer to your mic. You keep like.
Okay. He wanted it to be publicized. So I think it should be by the celebrity. I think the celebrity should decide whether they want to make it public or not.
Sure, but I mean, it's a kid, right? So I think it's entertaining for us, of course, and we feel entitled. Excuse me,
I don't know if it's entertaining to me to see somebody fight over children, but
it's absolutely entertaining to most people. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's healthy, but it sells magazines, it sells clicks, it sells,
True.
And celebrities there. My guess would be that people feel because celebrities, even though people feel that celebrities deserve some of this level of shit, because we look at them and say they get so much that most people don't, right? And it's like, you know what? Sorry, you get $20 million for 6 weeks of work on the new, Pirates of the Caribbean movie. You can deal with the fact that, oh, woe is you, I'm not saying that's right, and it's not fair to the kid. I'm saying that I think maybe that's how we justify it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I could see what you're saying with that. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of like a
can too.
catch-22 situation. Anything that involves kids, it's always super touchy for anybody. So it's kind of like,
Yeah,
But then
I feel
celebrities
like it
adds
is-
that other element to it of being like way more publicized. So it's like really interesting. Also, Glamy, are you ready to get set up for your pasta sauce?
Sure, but I still do think that it should be from like whichever, it should be up to them whether they decide that they want to sell their story or not.
Up to who?
The celebrity themselves, the one that's going through the battle. I think it should be up to them.
I mean, yeah, sure, but there are things that are, but there are things that are public record. I don't imagine a lot of people who get their laundry aired in public that's a celebrity, they do it because they want to. Some of them probably do.
Some of them do, though.
Right, but some
that's
of them,
why I mentioned Amber, because they literally went out of their way to make that shit public.
Do they have a kid?
Some of them do.
They have a kid? Do they have a kid?
I think so.
They do have kids. I just don't
Them
believe
together?
They have one with each other.
Yeah, they don't have them together. They
don't
kids
have them
separate.
together. They have kids separate, but still, they were married, so there's going to be
that
rift between that. Yeah, there's still kind of that level of thing there, and they did talk about kids because I think the daughter was upset with Amber Heard too. I believe the kids were in their involvement in the divorce.
Yeah, to some extent.
But that was the biggest one that I could think of.
All right, well,
You
Glamy.
fucking call me boring.
Yes, your show is fucking boring. You got one member and it fucking
No prime time
sucks.
slot. Nearest prime time slot.
What are you gonna do another jig for us, little leprechaun? Run around the house like the short little fat stack of pancakes you are.
I'm sorry, not coming in. I have to fall asleep.
Yeah, we all know he fucking sucks. Yeah, once again. Are you going to trip over another chair for us, little leprechaun, while you get chased around like the fat little fuck you are?
And you still took the L.
Yeah, you made the whole time about
Nobody
Zed.
can even understand shit with your terrible Welsh accent. You killed every show you were on last night by being a drunk piece of shit. Nobody fucking likes you, Nightmare. Like, literally nobody. Ooh, what you holding there for us, Eric?
Oh, this is a Steam Hori controller. This is basically a official third-party controller that is made specifically for Steam. But the coolest thing about this isn't related to Steam games. When we were playing Fall Guys, the other streams, that was exclusive to Epic Games, and I was able to play Fall Guys using a controller.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Eric. Okay, Glamy, it's time for you to get set up for your pasta sauce.
Yeah.
Right now, you were doing pasta sauce, get everything ready.
Oh, I guess Amber Heard didn't have her kid. She ended up being with Johnny Depp. I knew there were kids involved. I guess they were just Johnny's kids, but still, kids were in there.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go get ready.
Yeah, get ready for your pasta sauce.
What is she? What is her pasta sauce? I haven't been following it. What happens?
So yesterday, Glamy missed our show. She's at Fat Camp, but she called in from her phone for like 5 minutes, and then she was like, "I'm leaving," and then hung up. So we left it up to the audience.
Yeah.
We gave 2 levels of punishments. At 30 members, she was gonna pour tomato sauce on her head as a punishment for missing yesterday's show. And at 50 members, she's going to finish it off with a bucket of ice water. So yeah, it's up to the chat how bad they wanted it to be.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Delightful.
So, Jumpy, since you're here, did
Yes.
you hear the news that God of War, or the TV series on Amazon, has been renewed for 2 seasons?
It has not been renewed. It hasn't even premiered yet. But yes, they have ordered 2 seasons worth. So before it even has premiered, they have said, we will give you money to do 2 seasons. So even if the first season shits the bed, they can do it. There's a second one. Yeah, which I think is a lot of faith mostly. I mean, again, I obviously have a great deal of faith in the franchise, but Ron Moore, who's the showrunner, did Battlestar Galactica, right? So he is the hope is that this will be his next big cultural phenomenon show like Battlestar was, whenever that was, like 2010 or whenever it was, taking over everything.
So
yeah,
are you going to be watching it?
Yeah, maybe. I'll probably watch the first. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be, right? I don't know if it's going to.
Roxy, you're muted.
We can't hear her.
Yeah, the Ronald D. Moore.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep. Thank you, Roxy.
All right. You're welcome. Let me turn it around. Hold on. All righty. Here goes Glamy.
Make Glamy on the big screen for you guys. All over that head.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you have a full screen?
Yeah, I have her full screen. Ready whenever you are.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Oh,
Let's
big
go!
can. That's a big can.
Holy shit. Bloody Mary. Holy shit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's a Carrie moment.
Like that's Carrie. That's what it is.
Oh, she's.
Oh, Glamy, honey.
Are you putting it
don't
in
worry,
a bun?
I'm not.
Let's go!
Here comes the water snack.
You guys should do 100 members to get peanut butter, because then
Wait,
she'd have
she
to shave
didn't
her
get
head.
the water smack yet. The water smack she might have to wait for.
Yeah, ready?
Not yet. Don't do the water yet. Not yet. We still have 20 members for the water yet. She's got to sit there with the sauce for the time being.
I would. Hey, listen, it's not my. It's not my show, but if it were my show, I'd say or 50 more for peanut butter.
Let me say, just do it. She's not sitting there the whole time.
Guys,
Because
we
then
need those
she'll-
20 members in now. We need those 20 members in now.
Oh, never mind. It's already starting. Wait, who was the one that's holding a bucket of water?
You know what? I think that works because it was Eric's punishment anyway, so she ended up doing it for both. Somebody just
How
said,
much-
imagine the homeowner watching Fat Camp.
Oh yeah. How much
Wait,
would
who
she,
was
how
the
much
one
would
that
she
was
take
Here,
to
Glamy.
do the peanut butter? How much money? How many donuts?
I guess if we get those last 20 in, she's gonna be doing the peanut butter.
No, she's gonna have to shave her head for the wedding. So I'd say 100,
She did my footage bit.
because you can't get peanut butter out with the shampoo. You got to fucking shave your head.
No, you can get peanut butter out with the shampoo. You just condition
Really?
it first. Yeah, you gotta condition it first, so.
Okay, well I would do the peanut butter. 125. Your chat says.
Ooh, 125 is a good one. That's gonna be tomorrow's goal, I think. We'll make that tomorrow's goal because she's already sauced up for today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna go take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for this. All right. Thank you
Extremely
guys.
saucy, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye.
We'll see you tomorrow, Glamy.
Oh, I'm having way too much fun knowing that my punishment has been fulfilled.
Yeah, you got it one way or another there, Eric. But I have something to punish you a little bit.
God damn it. Yeah, what now?
Did you hear that Jake and Logan Paul are getting a reality show?
No.
I thought they already had one. Isn't that already on?
Well, there's now updates
Makes
on
it even
so...
worse, Choppy.
So it's going to be called Paul American, and it combines social media style content with traditional TV production. This is all the info we have. The series represents a growing trend of influencers breaking into the mainstream entertainment, leveraging their massive online followings to reshape how content is created and consumed. Sounds like it's gonna be the Paul brothers doing a bunch of bullshit in a house together, bringing in a bunch of influencers, and it's just gonna be like another trash.
Fat camp.
Yeah, it's fat camp with the Paul brothers.
Right. But I could have sworn they already did that. But maybe not.
Yeah,
like,
no,
are you
they-
sure this article's new?
Yeah, it is new. So they announced it, but they never actually did the reality show with them.
Ah,
They've been on
okay.
some like types of. They've done YouTube reality shows before. So they've done
Gotcha.
the hype house type of bullshit that they've done before, but never anything like this. So
Right.
This will be their first time on like a mainstream TV that's not in like a boxing match or like a YouTuber type of event.
Wrestling. Yeah. I will say I don't like either one of those guys, but the wrestling, what's the one? Logan does the
Thank
wrestling.
you. You are
He
my
is-
favorite person.
He is amazing. He is perfect for that. He's great.
And
at
now
the
you
work.
lost all credibility, you know.
Why? You just said you. I don't think they're talking to me. Are you talking to me, Eric?
Yeah.
He was.
How was I your favorite person and you lost I lost credibility instantly?
Because you said that you liked him as a wrestler.
Well, I mean, as a character on the show, I don't mean like. I mean, I think physically he does amazing on that show. Like, he'll do all kinds of crazy shit, and I think he plays a good heel. What? I mean, do you disagree with that?
I just don't like the Paul brothers in general.
Show your face,
That's
Eric.
yeah, but that's why they make a good. That's why he makes a good heel, though. I don't like him either, but he's a bad guy.
You know, I would agree
No,
with
all
you on
this-
that. I think he does make a fantastic heel. I think,
Yeah.
well, considering the fact that he also, he was disappointed. He got booed by his hometown fans recently at a WWE match.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
one
best.
thing that I take pride in. The fact that he got booed.
No, he's I mean, you know, he's exactly what they need. You know, but look, you're gonna disrespect me more because I liked Ronda Rousey when she was wrestling, and I know all the hardcore WWE people couldn't stand her. I thought she was great. Her
I
and
never even watched WWE, so I really don't give a shit.
oh well, yeah. Then you're come on now.
Fuck WWE. I
Yeah,
want to
no.
respond to this comment really quickly from Broken Possum that said, can't even control herself or her co-host to not just skip the goals and do it anyways. If Glamy was standing there, how many times did I say, stop, don't do it, stop, don't do it? If Glamy's going to make her own decision and do it anyways, then she'll go through another punishment to be skipping dono goals tomorrow. Like, there's nothing, I'm not physically there and can restrain her. You guys are acting like I can grab her by the arms and tell her to stop. She said for them to do it, they did it. You know what I'm saying? I said multiple times, don't do it, just wait. But that's why I said I wanted to wait till the end of the show to do both at the same time for you guys, but you guys were very insistent that we do it now. So, you reap what you sow. Just saying.
Just hearing that the Paul brothers are getting their own show, it's like, make me want to tear my hair apart. Like, oh, Jesus.
So, are you surprised by the negative reaction he got by being booed, or you think that just because he plays this great heel, that's just always what he's gonna get from now on being in WWE?
Me?
I don't
or
care
Eric?
either way. Fuck the Paul brothers.
Well, I mean, he is being set up to be a bad guy. They're playing to his strengths. People know he comes off as cocky, arrogant, a douchebag, and that's exactly who his character is. It's not like they're asking him to stretch as a performer, and it's like, hey, you know, now in time, I'm sure he will. They all go back and forth across the spectrum. That's kind of just sort of how they keep it fresh. But yeah, I think he's delightful in this show. He's excellent. He's the shot of like a lot of, you know, I'm not a hardcore wrestling guy, but I like it enough that I'm, you know, familiar. And I know a lot of people were excited when like Cody Rhodes came back and stuff like that. I just think that guy's boring. I think John Cena's worn out his welcome. I think someone like Paul, John Cena's great, but it's like, you know, he's an old guy up there. You know, I think Logan Paul gets up there and he feels like there's a danger to it. There's a sense of who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Wait, that's
and
a crazy take. So you're saying you like Logan Paul heel better than you like John Cena switching and playing heel?
I like the story of him switching and playing heel. I just think as an entertainer, you know, I get it. I'm done with, you know, this thing is so stupid. You're like a fucking idiot, you know? I think Logan Paul actually feels like the kind of guy that could really break character and you wouldn't quite know when, because he already comes to the table with this reputation of being like, this motherfucker's out of his mind. And so there's a little danger there, right? John Cena's always been John Cena.
doing?
Hey, he's reenacting the end of the Blair Witch Project. Leave him alone. He's cosplaying. I don't know. But
but okay, that's a solid point. So are you saying that you did not enjoy the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena face-off? Like, how did you feel about that?
I did. I like being surprised. And it's hard to surprise. You've got how many shows a week, and then you've got the big event shows. I get that they've got to sort of stay stable for a while and only pop every now and then. So of course I enjoyed that. But honestly, I like when I don't. There was that Shayna Baszler, when they first introduced Shayna Baszler to the women's wrestling. I thought at first, I'm like, who the fuck is this? This motherfucker is a nightmare. And she never really got to that level, and she kind of fell off. But there was a point where the first couple of months, you're like, I don't know if she's fully all there, right? So I like that. I like this stuff because it's all fake. But when you've got someone who can perform it well, there's still a sense of like what's going to happen, and I love that. So
yeah, well, I mean, it was always fake back in the day too, but they used to do those like more entertaining, like it was fake, but there was those real life stunts. Like you can't say that they weren't like jumping off of fucking shit and actually getting real life hurt.
They're still doing that though.
Not to the same extent. Don't cap. It's not to the same extent, and everything is such a storyline in wrestling now. It's hard to watch new wrestling if you're an old wrestling fan and still have that same interest. I know there is people who do. Don't get me wrong. But
I'm sure you're right. I wasn't a 90. I grew up with it in the 80s, but I was not. I didn't watch the 90s era that everybody tells me is the era that I should have watched. But like I will tell you, when Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch were going at it, and the cops came, and then they put him handcuffed in the back of the car, and they kept fighting in the back of the car, and then she like broke the window, Becky Lynch, with her foot and shit. I mean, it was just like that was awesome. I think Becky Lynch getting punched in the nose obviously was the best thing that ever happened to her because nobody gave a shit. And then suddenly Nia Jax pops her in the fucking nose and she's bleeding everywhere. And suddenly she's the man, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I like it. I think it's good stuff. I enjoy it. I think there's an alternate path where I'm working in professional wrestling as a writer, as a creator.
I was going to say Jaffe the wrestler. What would your wrestler persona be?
I probably would have been the Bray Wyatt, I suppose, of my day if I would have actually, cared enough to get in shape and wrestle. I know there are short wrestlers, so not like, they're little wrestlers, but I mean like, I'm like a, 5'6" guy. So, but yeah, I would say I would have probably done the Bray Wyatt thing. I think that's the most obvious thing. I love it. I think it's delightful, man.
So would you want to be like, okay, you were a wrestler right now, and they could give you the option, you are playing the world's most famous heel, or you are playing like a mid-tier or a mid-tier hero. What are you picking?
I think just because of where we're at in the culture, and if you watch, there's a documentary, and I've read a bunch of books on it, and there's a documentary called Mr. McMahon on Netflix right now, which is pretty good. I like how when they play into the culture, like when they had the Iron Sheik versus Hulk Hogan, and he represented America, and Iron Sheik represented, all the bad that we were told in the 80s, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I would love to do. I would love to play a female wrestler, right? But I'm not a female wrestler, and I'm not trans, but I'm doing it because I want to play into that obsession these people have with the trans thing and women in sports and all that shit, and I would just decimate, and suddenly it would be revealed that he's actually a guy who's doing it, but then I would have to actually go up against like Becky Lynch, who wouldn't be putting up with it, and then she would kick my ass. That would be awesome. But up until that, I would just mow them down, and they would think, this is not fair, that's a dude, that's a fucking dude. I'm like, no, I'm a lady, I would probably do something like that. That would be fun.
That is by far the best answer you could have given. Rody with the $5 said, Jaffe, do you have a favorite wrestling autobiography?
Well,
He said, I'm gonna grab it for you guys. That's pretty good. How do you feel about if you could be any wrestling person, who'd you be, Eric? Would you be a villain or would you be a hero?
I feel after everything that Jaffe said about Logan Paul comparing him with John Cena. It's like I
did not compare him to John Cena.
I feel numb, so I'm having no response whatsoever.
This book is called Ringmaster, Vince McMahon. It's all about his life. It's excellent. It goes into his relationship with Donald Trump. It goes into...
book that's dedicated to Vince McMahon and piece of shit. So I'm gonna get my.
Yeah, this is not a book. This is a book that lambasts Vince McMahon. This is not celebrating him as a person. This is basically saying he's kind of a piece of shit. Eric, you need data, baby. Before you go, you have corner time. You need data. I'm not defending Vince McMahon. This is a.
I think he took his headphones off, so he's just in the corner this time.
Yeah, I'm like, Eric, get the information, man. Get the data.
He didn't even give it a chance. He hears the name he doesn't like, and he's like, all right.
Vince McMahon is a human piece of shit. He probably should be in jail. He may end up in jail, from what I understand. But yeah, no, he was great at his job. But a lot of people, that's the danger, right? A lot of times people are great at something because they have a hole they're trying to fill, an emotional hole. The minute you get healthy, you're not interesting to people anymore. But unfortunately, he hurt a lot of people with his, at least the alleged accusations and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's very true. A lot of artists, musicians, all the same in that regard.
Absolutely, 100%. Eric. This is not a book about Vince McMahon being a good guy. This is pretty much telling the dirt on the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah, you got to get all the data before you react, sir. Otherwise...
Eric, about to say you got up and stood in the corner. You said, fuck this show about. Oh, we have Ligma P with the $9.99 who said, licking that wall boy. Upgrade.
All right. Well, fellas, listen, I'm going to head out into the day.
Thank you for joining us, Jeff.
Thank you for having me. I just had to chime in with my my response to you guys talking about Musk. He's a douchebag. All right. Be well, you guys. See you soon.
Thank you for coming out. Are you feeling better now, Eric? You feeling a little less stressed?
I feel numb.
Well, it's certainly been a chaotic episode. It's been very fun, though. Having Jaffe on was fun today. Seeing Glamy do her pasta sauce was also really fun.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I still want to know who was carrying that bucket of water, though.
That's actually a really good question. We're gonna find out the inside scoop on that tomorrow, I'm sure. So I guess we'll do one last little topic before we head out, because we've got about 20 minutes left, so we'll do a topic before we do our closing statement.
20 minutes of just pure torturing me with all this bullshit.
No more Logan Paul bullshit.
Good.
Have you heard about the controversy going on with Jonathan Majors at all?
Sadly, yes. And this is another torturing thing because Jonathan Majors is a piece of shit and all that stuff. So
Well, I'm glad you're passionate about it, because a newly surfaced recording of a conversation between Jonathan Majors and Grace Jabari reportedly captures Majors being manipulative or coercive. Majors was previously found guilty of reckless assault and harassment, leading to major career fallout, including being dropped from Marvel Studios. So, it's kind of hard. I don't know if you guys have heard the audio or not. We can't really play it here because of the type of content that it is. It's hard to say because the term, when you say admits to abuse, it seems almost physical. It seemed almost like it was a verbal argument from what you could hear in the situation. So based off of that, how much weight do you think that a recording like that should hold in a public case?
I think it holds a lot of weight because he's already been guilty once and he's trying to make a comeback. And most other major studios really didn't want him back because he was supposed to have a big game at Kane in the Kane Dynasty before it was, Doomsday, or before it got changed into Doomsday. And because of what he did and him admitting that he's a piece of shit, and I think that really hurts his chance. And the online reception is really split, especially after Kane Dynasty was revealed to be Doomsday, with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. So I'm going to say it. I'm glad Jonathan Majors is guilty. He, nobody should ever be put through that.
Allegedly.
Nobody should ever allegedly go through that. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah. The whole thing is just very, very ick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think that Hollywood studios should have to wait for the full legal proceedings, though? Or do you think that he should just be off the studio before things are even dealt with in a legal case?
I mean, Marvel, they've waited until the courts are ended when Majors was pronounced guilty, and then they let him go as Kane. So, that's really he the best that Marvel could do, because they could have pulled a Warner Brothers where they would have they've kept Ezra Miller her really until the world premiere of the Flash, which I really don't understand why anyone just fired them right off the spot, because they kept doing insane shit over and over again, and it's this.
Yeah, the stuff with Ezra Miller is disgusting to the point that we can't even get into it on here, I don't think, without getting a TOS violation. So yeah, I agree with you heavily on that. The whole thing, I don't know how he was ever allowed to be in a film proceeding that. I understand that it was filmed beforehand, but I don't know. The whole thing was just gross. But at least it seems like Jonathan Majors is going to be getting some actual repercussions for his actions, so it seems like things are kind of moving in a right direction with this case. We'll see what happens following legal proceedings, and remember, everything we said is alleged at the moment. We are not claiming that anything is for sure innocent until proven guilty. Another thing we have to talk about, did you hear about the Assassin's Creed Shadows dev controversy?
Yeah, I did hear about that. Basically, from what I gather, people are upset that they have a historical accurate person being the main character for once in a Assassin's Creed game, which is a franchise which is known for not being historically accurate. So I don't know why it's going to be an issue regardless.
Well, the interesting thing about it is that the upcoming RPG is set in feudal Japan, and it has sparked debate among fans due to the inclusion of historical diversity, specifically featuring Yasuke, a real-life African samurai, as one of the major protagonists. So, Ubisoft has defended its decision, stating that the historical accuracy and creative storytelling, but I think a lot of people
are just upset because, DEI and all that.
Yep, I think that a lot of people are thinking that it's just a DEI move with this, and they're not really sure how it fits in with the story, but I think a lot of people are claiming that Ubisoft is just now trying to say that it's historically accurate as almost like a backwalk about that. What do you think? Do you think it was always meant to be historically accurate, or do you think that that's just them trying to cover up for the fact that it was a DEI thing?
This is a franchise that has been known to not be historically accurate. Like, there's no assassin in there during the Midnight Rite of Paul Revere, or an assassin during ancient Egypt times, or ancient Greece, or any of that stuff. So the fact that they're actually doing a real life person is actually an interesting direction of the theory. We really never seen that before. So, and ancient Japan is one of my most requested settings for Assassin's Creed. So, I'm gonna play the game regardless. Just like I'm gonna go play The Witcher 4, despite Cersei being, the main Witcher.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Honestly, that's true. Considering they've never done an actual historically accurate, totally character before, it might be interesting to see how they take this and see if they're going to continue going with historical accuracy going forward. I think that would add, almost a layer to the Assassin's Creed games that we've never had before. I personally love the Assassin's Creed games. I have been going through and, replaying some of them, so I think it could be really, really interesting to see.
Origins is underrated.
So what do you think, does the representation in gaming still cause backlash in certain fan communities, or do you think that because of this, going forward, they're going to be able to keep doing more things like this?
I could really not give a shit either way. It's just people wanting to be upset because as, as somebody else other than themselves are getting represented. And it's been a thing since 2017 with The Last Jedi, and it's really not going to be stopping. So there's literally not much. It's really the vocal minority that likes to pretend that they're the majority.
Yeah, I think that's with a lot of things we've noticed, even with the show. You know, the minority is always the like loudest crowd of people telling you what to do. So I get that. Yeah, I think that it's gonna be an interesting game. I don't think it really makes too much of a difference for it to be like that. So I guess we'll see.
Unless it turns out to be another Ubisoft type of game, then.
Yeah, that's a good point. So how are you feeling about today's show, Eric?
Oh, so many roller coaster of emotions. I got put into the timeout corner myself. Glamy did my punishment, and which is great. I got better with my Flash News segment, and so I hope we get to continue doing that as time goes on. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
I'm actually going to put a poll in the chat right now. We're going to have like the audience vote. Do we like Eric's Flash News segment? Like Eric's Flash News segment. Stir poll. Okay. And then, yeah, I think you overall have been doing really good with the Flash News segment. I think this week, I will admit, has been kind of dry for some of the topics of what we usually cover. Like, there's some weeks where we have a ton, some weeks where we have a lot. So we're going to be making sure we get some Fat Camp stuff in there for you guys tomorrow. Keem definitely said that he's going to be making sure we have some more Fat Camp content. Glamy is our one personal Fat Camp reporter, so we have to rely on her for all of our Fat Camp stuff because obviously neither of us are there.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a bit a planned out episode, but other than that.
So, what have you been feeling about the content you've been seeing at Fat Camp so far? Is there anything that you haven't seen that you've been wanting to see, or anything that you think you're going to see that they haven't done yet?
I still say the duck hunt segment is really the funniest because I have have something in mind for that stop motion thing, and it's gonna be the funniest bit that's gonna ever exist. So
okay, give us a teaser. You can't keep saying all this shit about your fucking Fat Camp Lego movie and not give me a single teaser. A single teaser.
Well, it is going to be using audios from the Fat Camp, experience, but it'll be more out of context, but you'll see when it's, coming out. I've already started working on it, but
I know it's going to be good. We're excited for it. Also, if anybody wants to jump in members waiting, we got about like 9 minutes left. We'll bring some people up and see what your opinions have been on today's show. Or if you got anything you want to tell us, anything at all, feel free to hop into members waiting. Oh, we got Neocom in waiting. We'll bring him on really quickly. We're going to be doing like short members waiting because we're only in the last 10 minutes. Hello, Neocom. How are you doing today?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, how are you?
I'm alright. Can you see me on camera?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I appreciate it was a good show today. I popped into Gummies, so it was quite enjoyable to see someone get dumped with pasta.
Yeah, how'd you like the punishments? How are we like? Did you enjoy Eric's flex segment today?
Oh, yeah. Eric, so yesterday I was looking at main chat and I got like a bunch of hate and someone said the offensive comment to Eric they said to me. And like, I'm just doing what Eric does. I don't care because it doesn't matter what these negative people think.
That's right. We always appreciate your love and support over here. I was going to say you could show Glamy her thing today, but she didn't come out today, so.
Well, you know what? She will probably watch the past stream.
Well, we know she'll be here tomorrow if you want to wait and show her tomorrow because there's a good chance she's actually not watching right now because she's in the shower, so.
I would totally do that. Unfortunately, I have a very long shift on Thursday. What's tomorrow? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, I have to work a long 9-hour shift tomorrow, unfortunately, which is gonna take the life out of me. But I could definitely do Thursday.
Okay, well that sounds good. So we will have you come show up for Glamy on Thursday. We appreciate all the love, all the support. We've got about like 7 minutes left, so I'm gonna be like wrapping things up here shortly. Is there any final words you wanted to add for us, Neocon?
Yeah, I did want to show something for Eric.
Yes, absolutely.
Whoa, I just stepped on a Lego. Ow, 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 ow.
He did it for free, guys. He stepped on a Lego for no members. Got about like 1 minute because I have somebody else in waiting that I gotta slide on really quickly.
Okay, all right. So, Eric, you told me you've never seen this movie, and I have 2 copies. I want to keep the one Mr. Scott gave me, but I do have this because you said you never saw it, and it's
awesome.
It is the second best animated Batman movie in the world. Mr. Scott bought it in 2002. It's been my favorite since then. Honestly, it should never have gotten a censored version, but that's another story.
Well, that's so sweet of you.
Oh, well, actually, no. I'm keeping this because it's with the Blu-ray, but I have the other one in the design jacket with the DVD.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you so much. I gotta slide Danby on really quickly before we close out our show, but thank you so much for coming on. You know we love you.
You're
over
welcome.
here.
I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'll just jump into members waiting or so on and so forth.
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you then. All right, we have Dan B in waiting. Dan B, hello. How are you doing? You're live on air. There we go.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Good, yeah, good.
So what'd you think about today's show? How are we feeling about the segments?
Yeah, really, really good show. Again, yeah, I just really liked how the show flowed today. Like, I think it was very much like one thing after the other, and yeah, killed it with that, so yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we're working on having a more cohesive structure. Is there any critiques or anything that you would love to see us add to the show that we haven't done yet, or anything in general that you wanted to tell us about nerds?
Like, critique-wise, like, I wouldn't really say anything, because I did say a couple of bits yesterday, but, like, for adding the short, like, video clip, for, like, an intro segment to, like, Nerd News or something. Like, I'm sure I mentioned that yesterday, though.
Yeah, we do need to get that in there. Out of the nerd news and the nerd drama, which did you find more interesting as an audience member?
No, like, I find both of them interesting because they sort of cover a couple of bits that, like, I don't really know about personally, so it's interesting to, like, learn things from both of them as well, and, like, I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to find things, we want to find things that incorporate everybody. So we love hearing the audience's perspective on everything, hearing what you guys have to say, like, dislike. How did you feel about Glamy's punishment today? Did you feel like the punishment and the crime were worth it? Or do you think we need to punish her again tomorrow? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Yeah, pretty good punishment.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Even though she skipped the members goal on it, we'll see. Maybe we'll do something for that tomorrow. If you guys have some ideas, throw them out there. Anything you'd like to see her do at Back Camp this week in general, throw the ideas out there. You know we're always here for it. We are in the last 3 minutes, though, so is there any final words that you wanted to say before I get moving to our outro?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I love how the show's going, and I think Local Nerds has, like, a really good potential to be one of the best shows on the LCU. And
Thank you.
because like the nerd culture and like there's like millions and millions of people who love this kind of stuff. So there's already an audience out there. It's just getting them onto the show kind of thing. So
yeah, we got to bring more people in so that they can see us.
100%.
And I think you're right. I think we do have potential. I'm loving the way the show's going. We have so much support from you guys. A huge thank you to everybody who's Hot Dog Gang out there, who's Eric Gang, who's Glamy Gang, who rides for us. We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on, DMB. I'm going to get moving to our outro. You know we love seeing you over here. You kill it every time. Oh, the with a
I
great
love
exit.
that. That's so cool.
Thank
I
you.
didn't even know it did that.
That was fire. Thank you.
No pun intended.
All right. Do you have any final words for us before I move to our outro so we don't get that speeding ticket?
Nope. I have to say this is a pretty decent show. Oh, we'll just have to hopefully stick with it and keep growing.
Yeah, well, we improve every single time. I'm loving the structure we have going. Thank you for joining me once again, Eric.
Thank you for having me on this show.
All right, I'm going to get moving to the outro. Is there anything you'd like to say to the nerds?
See you, my fellow nerds.
Alrighty, you guys. Well, here I am for the outro. It has been an amazing show with you guys today. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know. And I'm going to do a poll if you guys liked the drama segment or the nerd news segment more on the Discord. So if you're a member, cash cow or higher, you can get into the Discord. Come hang out with us in VC later. We play Pop Party almost every single night. Also, if you have any ideas for punishments, if you guys think that Glamy needs punished more for that, I saw some people saying that we should punish her for leaving the stream for the last 30 minutes. I'm not opposed to that. You guys tell me what you want to see. I ain't opposed. We could definitely make that happen for you guys. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to get that Fat Camp intel that we will finally have for you guys tomorrow. Keem says he will make sure we have that Fat Camp content, so we will get that for you guys. Now, there's an awesome show coming up for you guys up next over on Local Milkers. Make sure that you go drop some W's in the chat and go tune into Local Milkers right now.